The Karnataka cliffhanger may culminate tonight in the Delhi Durbar of the Congress. Voters have elected their MLAs. MLAs have made their pick. The observers have submitted their report. But now it all comes down to the High Command to select the Chief Minister. The two contenders are the tried and tested 80-year-old Siddaramaiah and the lifelong Congress loyalist DK Shivakumar. His septuagenarian Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar both have thrown their hats in the ring. Both have today met the Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge, but it appears the power behind the post may still lie with the Gandhis. Rahul Gandhi has already visited Kharge at his residence, and even Sonia Gandhi is believed to have spoken to the ICC chief. Karnataka may have elected its Sarkar, but now it's up to the High Command. In fact, sources have now told Times Now that ultimately, it will be Mallikarjun Kharge along with the Gandhis who take the final call, and if for that the decision has to be postponed until tomorrow, so be it. In fact, the decision might even may be announced in Bengaluru.
No, they have to accept the Congress Party workers' demand. They have to accept the Congress Party workers' demand. Whatever the responsibility as given by the AICC, that has been fulfilled by the through DK Shivakumar. Definitely they will consider it. Yeah, definitely he's worked 3 years from day and night without food, without sleep, without everything. He left everything, and massive campaign he has done, massive organization he has done.
In fact, through the day, the Congress scoffed at any report saying that there is any rift in the party. BK Hariprasad, who belongs to Karnataka, also said that the BJP, before trying to point at rifts within the Congress party, should remember that they also had a lengthy process of selecting a chief minister, whether it be in Uttar Pradesh or in Assam or other states.
Well, our observers have given the reports. On the basis of the report, Congress President will talk to all our top leaders. Then he will take a call. Things are in the process. Once the process is completed, you will know the result. BJP has to say why they took one time to appoint the Maharashtra Chief Minister, why they took 15 days to appoint the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, why they took 10 days to appoint Assam Chief Minister. Then let them not teach us the lesson. We know what we have to do, and we are under the process, and we don't get the call from the Nagpur to appoint our Chief Ministers like them.
All right, joining us now are Rishabh and Madhav, both joining us from the house of Mallikarjun Kharge and Sonia Gandhi respectively. Both the meetings are over now between Mallikarjun Kharge, DK Shivakumar, and between Siddaramaiah. Madhav?
Well, in fact, the meeting between DK Shivakumar and Kharge ended quite some time ago, and in fact, we are given to understand that the meeting between Kharge and Siddaramaiah is drawing to a close. But we have some information, in fact, through sources that we are getting as to what Mr. DK Shivakumar has actually told Mallikarjun Kharge at this particular meeting, and that goes something like this. In fact, DK Shivakumar has said that if he is not given the chief ministership, he would like to continue as an MLA for the rest of the 5 years that this assembly is there. That's something that he has put in place. He has also told Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge that Siddaramaiah has been in power. He has been in the driving seat ever since he has joined the Congress, first as the leader of opposition, then as in fact the chief minister, and then another term as a leader of opposition. So much so that for the past 15 years that Mr. Siddaramaiah has been there, even Mr. Kharge did not get a chance at chief ministership. And in fact, DK Shivakumar also alluding to the fact that if he was to be made the CM, he would not have a problem. But at the moment, if he is not being made the CM, he would like to continue as an MLA. Very, very important, because the positioning that Mr. DK Shivakumar has taken at his meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge is within the realm of, continuing as far as the party is concerned. He's not threatening to either, break ranks with the party or join hands with anybody who's outside of the party forum. As the KPCC chief, he very much is saying that if he is not given the chief minister's position, then he would like to only continue as an MLA and not as a minister. This is very significant, given that he, along with Mr. Siddaramaiah, were literally the face of the entire campaign in Karnataka as far as the Congress is concerned, and therefore what happens from here on remains to be seen.
Very big news. Let's just put out this news again, Madhav. Big piece of news being broken there by Madhav. Sources telling him that DK Shivakumar told the Congress president, if not given the chief minister's post, then he is willing to sit as an MLA in the assembly. It seems, Madhav, that a truce may have been brokered? This is the first signs of a truce being brokered?
Well, we don't know, in fact, if the truce has officially been brokered or not, but at the moment, this is the position that Mr. DK Shivakumar has taken. Now, this, of course, makes things quite difficult for the party leadership, including Mr. Kharge, because if one of the biggest faces of the party in the state is not part of the government, that always at some level or the other would send out a signal that things are not all okay within the party rank and file. And that's something that would always, even despite that convincing majority of 136 where 113 are needed, is certainly something that would be looming large over the minds of the central leadership of the party, of the high command of the party. So what decision is taken from here on remains to be seen. It is, of course, a very important messaging that has been done from here. How will Mr. Siddaramaiah, for instance, have to reply to this? Of course, Siddaramaiah himself has a track record as an administrator. He's been the deputy chief minister, he's been the chief minister, has handled important portfolios like finance and revenue in the past, and in that light, of course, is also an acceptable pan-state figure. Mr. DK Shivakumar, of course, has in the past spoken about how, in fact, very often when Siddaramaiah came into the party itself, it's not like he had a majority of the MLAs rooting for him. Also, when it comes to the Prime Minister, in fact, he told our colleague Deepak just yesterday, when Dr. Manmohan Singh was appointed as PM, it's not that a majority of the MPs were very strongly backing him. These are decisions that have been taken in the past by the party's central leadership, the party's high command, and then those decisions have been followed by all those within the party, and therefore, in fact, those are the kind of statements that have been coming out publicly from DK Shivakumar, certainly putting pressure on the party's leadership, but at the same time, given the fact that he is KPCC president, not trying to show that he is in any way trying to blackmail them, threaten them, or do anything that is out of line with party discipline. That's the kind of fine line that he has attempted to balance right through the course of the past 48 hours, talking of, in fact, about his close relationship with Sonia Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, etc., and of course also about how he has worked very hard to ensure the party, remains in power, taking care of flocks of MLAs, whether from Maharashtra, whether from Gujarat, whether from Karnataka, and talking about his past record and service for the party's organization, and invoking all that in terms of what he has done.
All right, stay with me. Let's also go across to Rishabh, who's joining us. Rishabh, what next? Is there going to be another round of meetings? What are you hearing?
So what we know right now, that after this meeting, there is a call that will take place between Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, and these three leaders will deliberate over who the next chief minister would be. More or less, it's a sealed deal. That is what we are being told, just that a confirmation is awaited. We have seen both the pictures that came in from the office of Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. In one picture, we saw DK Shivakumar handing over a bouquet to the Congress President. In the other picture, when if you go into that picture, you will see that a document has been given to the Congress President, which he is going through while Siddaramaiah sits on a sofa and wait patiently. So this shows that both the parties are now trying to pitch themselves as the top contender, but Siddaramaiah came with a document instead of a bouquet. So that speaks a lot, but we'll have to wait and understand what exactly it is. What we are being told that this whole announcement can be postponed till tomorrow, and it can actually happen in Karnataka. The announcement can actually happen in Karnataka instead of the national capital. So we'll have to wait one more night to understand who the next chief minister would be. For now, after a long meeting, KC Venugopal has just left 10 Janpad after meeting Rahul Gandhi. He has met Mallikarjun Kharge and other leaders throughout the day. So we'll have to wait and understand how things unfold. But at 10 Janpad right now, things look calm and there's hardly anyone here to meet Rahul Gandhi.
All right, let me take this across to our guests as well. Lakshmi Gowda, spokesperson of the BJP in Karnataka, Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist, Dushyant Nagar, political analyst, Vivek Bansal, leader of the Congress. Let me in fact first bring you in, Mr. Shekhar Iyer. If DK Shivakumar at this point is willing to take a step back and is saying, I'm willing to sit as an MLA, you think that the storm, as it were, has blown over for the Congress?
Not exactly, Padmaja, because if he is refusing to work under Siddaramaiah, because he has been saying that whoever is made, he should have a full free hand. That is his stand. But at the same time, DK is also increasing a sympathy quotient, for himself, because the rank and file rather feel that DKS should get something because he has worked for it and for the last 3-4 years, and he has also been a victim because of cases against him, so on and so on. But as your visual showed, Siddaramaiah has been more, I would say, more tactical in his approach, because you have seen Kharge reading those documents, which many people believe to be the list and the number of MLAs who supported him on the that head count that took place day before yesterday night. So in terms of numbers, Siddaramaiah is having full command, and also the fact what is weighing on the high command at this moment, I get to understand, is DKS is a loyalist. He is an old congressman. He will not, split and go away. But the same thing cannot be said of Siddaramaiah. If Siddaramaiah is not made chief minister, I am sure the trouble will brew, and Siddaramaiah is a person capable of, taking a separate course. That would severely harm, the stability of the government which is formed. Therefore, I think DKS is facing a situation where he is bound by the loyalism that he has displayed, ever since he has been there in the party. Whereas in the case of DKS, the worry for the High Command is if they do not pick it, then there is a big problem. So this is the thing, and of course, DKS is not a person who will revolt, because you have seen in the last 2 days he has been, rather blowing hot and cold. At one stage he looked very unhappy, and at the other stage he said, okay, I will go by whatever they want. But definitely there is a sense of defeatism in DKS, which is bound to increase sympathy for him among the rank and file. Even what we are told is today a major development was Rahul Gandhi told Mallikarjun Kharge, we should go by the support commanded by the one who is commanding a larger number of MLA support, in which this case appears to be Siddaramaiah, which means Rahul Gandhi favors Siddaramaiah taking over. That is something of a hard thing for DKS to bear, because Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are people who have been more considerate to DKS case. But Rahul Gandhi, right from here, he has always seen Siddaramaiah as the rightful choice for the CM's post. Padmaja.
All right, Mr. Bansal, even now the worst could not be over.
First, I think definitely till the time the CM candidate is announced, confabulations and discussions are going on. So, but let me tell you, particularly to those who are predicting a doomsday, that there is nothing to be alarmed about that. Party is taking cognizance of all sections of the MLAs and constantly in touch with them in accordance with their wishes and what they want, majority of them want. I think party in the High Command in the larger interest of the Karnataka Congress MLAs and the larger interest of Karnataka, they would be taking a decision and who can provide stability as well as a government which is progressive, which is people's oriented, which can implement the promises, 5 promises which Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji has made. So long lasting and deliverance is going to be the keyword for that. And I don't think there is any crisis. Crisis till the time CM is declared, definitely we can always, as far as interpretations go, that there is a crisis going on. Talking to the different aspirants, you can always go and inference out of that. But there is nothing so serious. Definitely, party high command is seized with the problem. It is not such a easy thing that they can come out with a ready-made solution and just make an announcement.
Okay, Lakshmi Gowda, the BJP is calling the Congress's series of meetings as a circus. You're being pointed out that you've done exactly the same. In Assam, the change of leadership took several days. In Uttar Pradesh, the same happened before Yogi Adityanath was chosen in 2017.
First of all, I would like to say that I wish Congress party had internal democracy just like what we are having, BJP party. It would have actually gracefully selected the chief ministerial candidate without resorting for this kind of tussle between the two tall leaders of the Karnataka for the chief ministerial post. They shouldn't get carried away by the spectacular victory given by the people of Karnataka. It's high time for them to get on with the governance and start deliver on the poll promises they have made during the elections, because people of Karnataka have voted them to power because of the freebies and all sort of guarantees, warranties they have assured for the people of Karnataka. It is high time for them to deliver. And we, Bharatiya Janata Party, are unable to play the role of opposition for the very functioning of this democracy. And we ensure and will definitely cooperate with them to deliver on their promises.
Okay, get down to business. Dushyant ji, BJP कह रही है get down to business. Meeting हो गई.
देखिए, दोनों नेता कई बार कह चुके हैं पिछले 2 दिन में कि हाईकमान के और पार्टी के हर निर्णय को मानेंगे, तो कहीं कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी और मीडिया का एक वर्ग खोजने का प्रयास कर रहा है। स्थिर सरकार बनेगी, अच्छे मुख्यमंत्री का चयन होगा, ऐसे मुख्यमंत्री का चयन होगा जिसके पास में मैंडेट होगा पूरे विधायकों का, पूरी पार्टी का। और आप देखिए, महिलाओं का और युवाओं की भागीदारी बहुत अच्छी इस सरकार में होने जा रही है। सरकार अपने वो वादे पूरे करेगी जो वादे उन्होंने पूर्व में कहे हैं, चुनाव प्रचार के दौरान कहे हैं, और कर्नाटक को एक नई दिशा मिलने जा रही है। सिद्धारमैया और डीके शिवकुमार दोनों अनुभवी हैं और दोनों ने पूर्व में एक साथ काम भी किया है, तो कहीं कोई दिक्कत नहीं होने वाली है।
It's going to be a good government, Shekhar Iyer, but do you think it's going to be a stable government? That's going to be the number one question on everyone's mind.
No, but once Siddaramaiah is chosen, he will take full control of the government. And he's a person who is a very strong leader, very strong-headed. He will brook no interference from DKS or anybody else in the party. That is what is worrying many of the other leaders. Today you have seen in Bengaluru and in other places in Karnataka, various community leaders, staging a sort of public display of demand that one of their community members should be made chief minister, if not at least deputy chief minister. You have seen Muslim organization do it. You have seen even Kurma organization. I mean, even Siddaramaiah is ensuring that these community leaders are also being heard. You have seen Vakalinga mutts and groups are also saying that. Even the Lingayat groups are also favoring DKS. So this is a situation where it is becoming difficult. So only one person can pick up. And the problem with Siddaramaiah is he is not a person who can easily work with DKS or anybody else. After all, if you remember Padmaja, in 2013, when he became chief minister, for 6 months DK had to wait. He was not made a minister. That is what DKS continuously recalls. That, it is not going to be easy. That is why you find in a sense of, exasperation, DKS is saying, look, whoever gets it, should have a full free hand. That is why all these formulas that was talked, 2+3 formula, 2 years Siddaramaiah, 3 years DKS, because the trust quotient between the two leaders is actually very low. So therefore, High Command is trying to, buy more time, get them, somehow to work together, because Siddaramaiah government without the DKS in, it does, raise issues, because KPCC chief, if we have to continue as KPCC chief, and then you will have 2 power centers. That is not going to augur well for the government. And the challenge for Congress in Karnataka is they will have to prevent BJP repeating the 2019 target. That will be the test call. Because if that doesn't happen, and if there is some internal sabotage, whoever is the chief minister there will be pressure to change the chief minister. So it's a long road ahead. But looks like at the moment Siddaramaiah is far ahead. And it's a question of time before his name is announced.
All right, we'll see how much more time that takes and what are going to be the ramifications of that. For the time being, though, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for having joined me. That's it then from me on this edition of The Nation Wants to Know.